In the Horn of Africa, peace is never promised. This land, shaped by ancient empires, bitter wars, and uneasy truces, now stands at another crossroads. At the center, two nations, once united, now uneasy neighbors, Ethiopia and Eritrea. 1993. Eritrea gains independence after a 30-year war with Ethiopia. The world hopes for peace. But by 1998, a border clash over a small village, Badme, spirals into a devastating war. The Eritrean-Ethiopian War claims up to 300,000 lives. Civilians suffer, towns burn. In 2000, the Algiers Agreement ends the bloodshed. A UN Boundary Commission rules Badme belongs to Eritrea, but Ethiopia refuses to implement the decision. And so a bitter stalemate begins. 2 decades of silence, suspicion, and militarized borders. Then, in 2018, a breakthrough. Ethiopia's new Prime Minister, Abiy Ahmed, accepts the boundary ruling. He travels to Asmara, shakes hands with President Isaias Afwerki. A peace agreement is signed. For the first time in 20 years, families are reunited. The world cheers. Abiy wins the Nobel Peace Prize. But beneath the surface, the wounds remain. Eritrea keeps its distance. Ethiopia races ahead. Trust never fully returns. In 2020, internal war erupts in Ethiopia. The federal government battles the Tigray People's Liberation Front. Eritrea joins the fight, a short-lived alliance built on a shared enemy. But in 2022, Ethiopia signs the Pretoria Agreement. Without Eritrea, President Afwerki feels betrayed. In 2025, his rhetoric turns fierce. If they think they can overwhelm Eritrea with a human wave attack, they are mistaken. He accuses Ethiopia of preparing for war and deflecting from its internal failures. Ethiopia is the most populous landlocked nation on Earth. Over 90% of its trade flows through Djibouti, but this dependence comes at a cost. In 2024, Ethiopia signs a deal with Somaliland, recognition in exchange for sea access. Somalia objects, Eritrea is alarmed. Afwerki reveals Ethiopia once asked to use Eritrea as a Assab port. Eritrea refused. Now, he sees Ethiopia's Red Sea ambitions as a reckless adventure driven by foreign influence. The Horn of Africa is now a global chessboard. Saudi Arabia backs Eritrean ports. Iran courts Asmara. China funds mega-projects in both countries. Egypt opposes Ethiopia's Nile Dam and stands with Eritrea. The U.S. and Israel watch from afar. Every player has a stake, and that makes any escalation far more dangerous. Tensions are mounting. Eritrea claims Ethiopia is buying drones and missiles. Ethiopia remains silent, but its military buildup is visible from space. Experts warn a full-scale war may not come, but proxy battles, border clashes, and foreign entanglements could ignite a regional fire. And as always, civilians will pay the price. Ethiopia and Eritrea have been here before. War, peace, suspicion, standoff. But this time the stakes are higher, and the path to peace is narrower. It's time for restraint, dialogue, and vision. The Horn of Africa deserves better.